It was a gorgeous afternoon out here in mid-Missouri. What's in store for this evening? I'll talk about that coming up.
The Tigers unleashed beast mode against their Jayhawk foes today. Those highlights and more.
Tired of turkey? We'll look into some ethnic options you could use to feed your family. Something different this holiday season. KOMU 8 News at 10 starts now.
From Studio 8A, coverage you can count on in high definition. This is KOMU 8 News at 10.
The MU-KU border showdown raged this afternoon, and only one side walked away victorious. Good evening, I'm Becca Habiger.
And I'm Elise Pickle. Thanks for joining us. Let's kick it right over to sports to see how the Tigers handled the birds across the border. Mike?
Girls, thank you. It is the holiday season, and a late happy Thanksgiving to you at home. But if you watched the Missouri-Kansas game this afternoon, heck, you probably think today was the day to give thanks. And if not, you'll be giving thanks in about 30 seconds. Mark Mangino, is this the last time we'll see him on the KU sidelines? 3 minutes to go in the fourth. Jayhawks up 3 until Todd Reesing sacked in the end zone for a safety. It's 39-38 KU. A minute to go now. Derek Washington in his beast mode jersey, 27 of his 111 yards would come right here. Takes it inside the 5. That would set up Grant Russell. And the Jackson boy, clutch. Mizzou a winner, 41-39 is your final. Coming up on KOMU 8 Sports at 10, we will have all the highlights and some post-game reaction. But for now, we'll send it back to the news desk with Elise and Becca.
Okay, thanks, Michael. In another state that borders Missouri, a Columbia couple faces child endangerment charges after leaving their kids in a parking lot of their Illinois motel.
Authorities found a 2-year-old toddler and 7-month-old infant in a running van outside while the parents were asleep inside. The couple, 29-year-old Benjamin Atkins and 29-year-old Jamie Bowling, was in the area while Bowling performed at a Caseyville strip club. Officers say Atkins appeared confused and said he thought the children were in the room with him.
In an update to a story we have been following for the past few days, yesterday 29-year-old Michael Yancey of Columbia turned himself in to a Columbia police. Officials accuse Yancey of crashing his vehicle into his girlfriend's car, assaulting her, then running over her with his car, and then assaulting her again last Wednesday. The victim, a 27-year-old woman from Columbia, suffered only bruising from the incident. Prosecutors charged Yancey with first-degree domestic assault and leaving the scene of an accident.
Pettis County Coroner Robert Smith has spoken out about an increase in the number of dead bodies that go unclaimed. The poor economy has put a serious strain on expensive funeral planning. For coroners, that can mean unclaimed bodies stay in their possession for years or are donated to science. Experts warn careful financial planning is required to ensure your post-mortem wishes are carried out.
Michelle, we've had a great run of sun lately. Is that going to stick around in our next week?
Well, maybe for the next week, but as far as our Sunday goes, I think we're going to see a little bit more cloud cover work its way on in. 69 is where we topped out. We will see temperatures falling back through those 50s and into the 40s tonight. We bottom out at 43 degrees for your morning time low with increasing clouds, and they do stick around for your Sunday. More details on that week forecast coming up.
Okay. All right, thanks, Michelle.
Yep.
You may still have some Thanksgiving leftovers in your fridge.
If you're tired of turkey, Columbia has a number of international grocery stores to mix up your dinner plate. KOMU 8's Beth Ford explains.
The building may be the same, but it has a new name these days. The Olive Cafe and Grocery moved in earlier this month.
The people in Columbia, very nice people. Small town, nice town. I like it.
All the food at Olive Cafe and Grocery is halal, which means the meat is prepared in a certain way to meet the dietary guidelines of Islam.
When you go to the meat market, how the way you kill the beef or the lamb, yes, you have, and the Muslim, you have to say Bismillah before you kill the beef, or that's the way.
Other than meats, you can find rice, cheeses, and snacks. While the Olive Cafe is the new grocery on the block, Campus Eastern Foods has been in Columbia since 1984. But like the Olive Cafe, Campus Eastern Foods is a family business.
Since my family's owned it, I've always put in work, you know.
Some mid-Missourians are willing to travel to the Columbia grocery to get a taste of something different.
We are from Kirksville, and we're buying some chutneys for a friend up in Kirksville who is an Indian cook.
Actually, we have a really good mix. I couldn't tell you just one type. I mean, people from all over the world, locals, from everywhere.
Beth Ford, KOMU 8 News, Columbia.
The owner of Campus Eastern Foods says business has stayed the same despite the economic crunch. Well, Christmas trees, Christmas lights, and now lightsabers?
Up next, 'tis the season even for Darth Vader.